Can this be the best Ferrari ever made? Today we're going to take a deep look into the Ferrari Daytona SP3. Is this the most powerful engine that Ferrari has created? Well, we are just going to have to find out. This is one of 599 and it's already sold out. Coming with a price tag of $2 million, it's a mid-engine freak of nature. It's powered by the same V12 6.5 liter of the Ferrari 812 Superfast. And it has a titanium rod system creating 828 horsepower. If we want to translate that even more to simpler terms, it's the most powerful engine Ferrari has ever put into a car. And it really makes you think. The revs reach up to a staggering 9,500 RPM. It's the same as the 812 Competizione. Although this fact doesn't really impress me, it only goes 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. The performance is astonishing, but if you think about it, it's almost the same power and performance as the more price-friendly V12 hybrid 296 GTB, as stated by many fans. Although you can see that this is an all-carbon mid-engine V12, it's very similar to the LaFerrari. Think of it as all the hybrid add-ons being terminated. The chassis had to fit batteries behind the seat compartment. So that's why the hybrid ideology of the LaFerrari really wouldn't have made much sense. Now, many people rave about how the 296 twin-turbo V6 is named the little V12, but there's no way you're going to compare a V6 to a V12, as 3,500 compared to 9,500 RPM is a drastic difference. But again, let's keep in mind, it's the first mid-engine V12 Ferrari. And one of the greatest standouts is that the Ferrari Dynamic Enhancer system allows the driver to drift the car automatically. How is this done? By adjusting brake pressures at each wheel. And the FDA can be activated in multiple modes. Now, many reviewers say the steering is extremely hyperactive and very noticeable, as extra weight has been added. Think about it as driving a 458 Speciale on steroids, but the electric version. The chassis feel like they're always on top of the engine, and that's the same feeling the driver gets as well. Contrary to what many people think, Ferrari states 70% of the Daytona SP3's components are straight and brand new. Now, many reviewers say at first glimpse, when you see the Ferrari SP3, it looks like a dirty mess. The sloppy front end, the arches up front just looking all over the place, and the annoying Venetian blind rear. It felt like Ferrari was just doing too much. To make terms much simpler, it was just too low and too wide. As many people say, they extremely dislike the front. Ferrari's whole goal was to combine 60s curves to 21st century modern look. And if we go into the interior, it does have a very unique butterfly doors that first swing up and then out. As comfortable as it looks, many reviewers say this is the closest thing to a Cordal missile. And best of all, Ferrari specifically tried to design this model with 80% of the touch controls being right on the wheel. And yes, that's the steering wheel, just like you heard it. Their whole goal was to make it so you don't have to remove or move your hand from the steering wheel. From the on and off lights to adjusting rear view mirrors, to changing the air conditioning settings. Everything is quickly at your access. And best of all, no rear windows, as cameras were substituted for internal mirror displays. With all that being said, is it really justifiable that this car is worth $2 million plus add-ons? You have to judge for yourself. The only thing we can say, it definitely looks authentic, and if you drive this in your neighborhood, everyone will say this is the friendly neighborhood trillionaire.